Good morning everybody. So let us move on to the next video where we will solve a problem number 3, serial number 3 of a 10 marks question from the question bank. So let me read out the problem. A mass of 2.25 kg of nitrogen occupying 1.5 meter cube is heated from 25 degrees Celsius to 200 degrees Celsius at a constant volume. Calculate the initial and final temperatures of the gas. Take universal gas constant as 8314 joules per kg mole Kelvin. The molecular mass of nitrogen is 28. Okay, molecular mass of nitrogen is taken as 28. So here this is a question. You can refer the description box. In that I will post the entire question. So let us solve this problem. So first let me write the given data which is given in this problem. Okay, so as you know that mass of 2.25 kg of nitrogen is given. So what do you mean by mass? It is nothing but a m value. So given data I will write given data. So what is that? Mass m is 2.25 kg of nitrogen is occupying 1.5 meter cube. So meter cube is a unit of what? Volume. So therefore I will write it as volume is equal to 1.5 meter cube is heated from 25 degrees Celsius to 200 degrees Celsius. As you know that in this we have to consider it as a constant volume. I mean volume of that nitrogen which is occupied will not change. So therefore it is taken at a constant volume process, and 25 degrees Celsius I will take it as a T1, 25 degrees Celsius, and if it is written in 273 plus 25 it becomes 298 Kelvin. Okay, T2, the temperature after heating, what happens? It is increased to 200 degrees Celsius. 200 degrees Celsius. T2 is equal to 273 plus 200. It will give you 473 Kelvin. And he says the heating process is taking place at a constant volume process. Constant volume process. Constant volume process. Okay, and he has asked us to calculate the initial and final pressures of the gas. Initial pressure means P1 and final pressure is P2. Okay, and universal gas constant is RU. RU is given as 8314 joules per kg Kelvin. Here mole comes. Okay, and molecular mass it is taken as m is given for nitrogen gas as 28 is the molecular mass. So this is the given data, and here we will solve the problem of this. So before that we will understand what the theoretical part of this whole problem is. So as you know that, students, please concentrate. This is a constant volume, fixed volume. Here nitrogen gas is present, and we are heating the gas of nitrogen having a molecular mass of 28 and 2.25 kg. It means it is a constant volume, means volume is fixed, and it is having a mass 2.25, having V means what? V1 is equals to V2. We can write it as V1 is equals to V2. And when we heat that gas, initially before heating the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and after heating how much it becomes? It is increased to 200 degrees Celsius. I mean 175 degrees Celsius is the increase in temperature. So what he has asked us to calculate P1 and P2. So in the solution part, we have to concentrate. P1 equation comes in which, the term P1 comes in which of the equations that you know. Say for example, you know about P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. Here also it is there. And PV is equal to MRT. Here also we can find a 1. Correct? So we can make use of any one of these equations to calculate the values of P1 and P2. Simply, I would like to go with the normal characteristic gas equation, which you know, that is P1 V1. P1 is equals to MR T1. P1 V1 is equals to MR T1. And we have to calculate here P1. And V1 is known to you. What is the value of V1? 1.5. Mass is given, it is 2.25 kg into R. Do you know the value of R here? R value is not given. R value 8314 is not given. You remember in the previous problem, the air was a substance. Air was a substance, and if air value of R is given, then no problem. If R value of air is not given, we have to take it as a 287 joules per kg Kelvin. Whereas here, what kind of a gas is used? It's not air. Therefore, R value is not 287 joules per kg Kelvin. Therefore, instead of that, nitrogen value of RU, it is universal gas constant, it is 8314 is given along with the molecular mass. With the help of these two, we can get the value of R. We can get the value of R. Here I will calculate. Please concentrate. As you know that Ru is equals to what? M into R. Ru is equals to, as you know that universal gas constant is the product of molecular mass into R. Okay, R is a characteristic gas constant. Ru value is given as 8314. 8314 is equals to, M value is also given as 28 into R. Therefore, R value is equals to what? 8314 upon 28. Then you will get the value of R in. First we will get the value before we substitute in this main equation. This is a main equation. It's a side calculation. So here, after calculation, I got the value of R as 296.92. 296.92 joules per kg Kelvin. Joules per kg Kelvin. This is a small calculation which is required for calculating P1. So here 296.92 into, so R value we have substituted. T1 is 298. So P1 we have to calculate. So 2.25 into 296.92 into 298 upon, this goes to the denominator side. This goes to the denominator side, becomes 1.5. So that we are getting the value. You have to calculate this value with the help of a scientific calculator and get me the answer. 2.25, 296.92, 298, 1.5. So we are getting 132.72. 132.72 into 10 raised to 3. And what is the unit of pressure? Normally, we have to take it as Newton per meter square. This is one value which you have calculated. Similarly, you can calculate the value of P2. Similarly, we can calculate the value of P2 here with the help of the same equation. P2 is equals to PV2, P2V2 is equals to MRT2. Why? Because in a fixed volume, the mass of nitrogen after heating will not increase. Therefore, once again I repeat you, here mass of nitrogen which is present of 2.25 kg. So when the temperature is heated at a constant volume, its mass will not increase. Therefore, we have to take it as a mass is fixed. So if you want to calculate P2, V2 is also 1.5 mass is also 2.25 into R is a constant 296.92 into temperature T2 after heating it is 473, therefore 473, therefore P2 is equal to what? 2.25 into 296.92 into 473 divided by 1.5. So here in this method we are getting the P2 value as 210.66. 210.66 into 10 raised to 3 unit is Newton per meter square. Okay, so this is a very common method with the help of which we can get the value of P1 and P2. So instead of that, one more direct method is there from which you can easily get the answer, but the only thing is you should have a value, you should have a good knowledge in considering V1 is equals to V2 or P1 is equals to P2 or T1 is equals to T2. So for constant, so another method, second method is for constant volume. Constant volume V1 is equals to what? V2. Is that right? V1 is equals to V2. We know the general gas equation, that is T1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. Is that right? So with the help of this constant volume process, V1 and V2 will get cancelled. V1 and V2 are same. 5 is there on either side. 5 will get cancelled. 5 by 5 is 1. So if V1 and V2 is same, therefore P1 by T1 is equals to P2 by T2. So this is a relationship according to PV, VT, PT. So there is a relationship between PT means Boyle's law, Charles law, and third one is Gay-Lussac law. So according to Gay-Lussac law, P1 by T1 is equals to P2 by T2. So directly you can substitute the values here. P1 is how much? 1.5 and I would like to take 1.5 divided by T1 is taken as a 298 which is equals to P2. P2 is, sorry, 1 minute. Pressure is here. So after this calculation you can go with this another method, that is pressure is already 132.72. Okay, and T1 is 298, P2 we have to calculate, divided by T2 is 473, therefore P2 is equal to how much? We can cross multiply, this goes to the numerator side, 132.72 into 473 upon 298. So in this method we can get the value of P2 as 2.09. Okay, 2.09 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. Or otherwise you can write it as P2 is equals to 2.09 bar. Why? Because here this 210.6 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per meter square is there. If I shift another 2, then it becomes 2.1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So you can write 1 Newton 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square is equals to 1 bar. So it becomes, in terms of bar, P2 is 2.09 bar and P1 is 1.32 bar. Okay, so with this we can understand easily this problem, and in the next video I will post the I will make a separate video for next problem, and especially for this question I will in the description box I will post the copy and will paste the full details of this problem in the description box, so you can refer the question in the description box only. Thank you very much.